for dropping in with me. We're here to tap into your collective frequency and just see what's coming at you so you can be prepared and master the energy to serve your purpose as you charge ahead boldly into the future. I did get an initial download for you. It's pretty wild. You got some Virgos trying to take cuts, okay? I feel like your energy is being cut off by a Virgo. Now, if it's not a Virgo specifically, it's something that has to do with that house of Virgo. So it might have something to do with your work or your routine or your habits. There's like something that you were all set to charge ahead with, but then it was like this block got put in your path. It's in relation to Virgo. That's what's coming through. I kept wanting to sort of charge up the cards. Before I drop in with you all, I shuffle the cards and I get attuned to your particular sign's energy signature. And as I was doing this, there were multiple times when Virgo was trying to cut ahead. So I don't know if there is, this is interesting. So some of you may have a strong Virgo placement in your chart, or you could be Leo, Virgo, cuspers. You may have a real strong urge to charge ahead towards something, but the more rational, reasonable part of yourself is kind of like tamping down that fire a little bit, just saying, just hold your horses, okay? Hold your horses. You could be dealing with a Sagittarius that's coming in, or something in relation to travel, right? It also might be challenging your sense of optimism in a situation where you normally only see pessimism. And it could indeed be dealing with a Virgo, okay? Could be dealing with a Virgo. Let's see what this is about, okay? It was something like the energy was wanting to cut ahead. That's the vibe it got. Like, hey, move out of the way, me first, okay? So you might be dealing with this kind of situation. You know, you might feel like somebody like is taking advantage of an opportunity before you have a chance to get to it, or maybe you have something to say, but this person is continually cutting you off, or you're getting cut off at the pass. But there was a lot of blockage around the energy just starting to drop into it. And it seemed to be connected to Virgo. So if you have a strong Virgo placement, I would say this could be allowing a bit too much logic to rule your decisions, that you might need to take some kind of like measured risks, okay? Not so impulsive, all right? But also don't overthink something. There are times when you have to allow for a more spontaneous flow on the path. This is about coming into alignment with something that you obviously have an affinity for. You know, this is like an infinity loop with this person too. I feel like you've done this dance before. You've done this dance many, many times, many lifetimes. You might feel that kind of deep connection with this person. It could potentially be a Virgo. There's something that is coming into fruition here. I think you're feeling the quickening of the energy, all right? There's something you're tapping into. And it's sort of like one of these things that it's like a truth that you know within yourself about a particular connection, and you can't deny it, all right? But it's sort of like operating on blind faith a little bit. I got like on a wing and a prayer kind of energy here, right? So you might sense this. You might sense this realignment coming in. Okay. You might sense this realignment coming in. And yet at the same time, you might be like talking yourself out of it. Something about it seems illogical to you, or maybe you have a certain pessimism that you need to drop around this. Okay, what's coming in here? We're working with the Angel Tarot for you. 8 of Wands, Wheel of Fortune to Strength. My goodness, yes. I mean, you're obviously getting some messages that are coming in for you. You may even be working with Archangel Metatron. You've been like raising the vibration around you in every shape and form. Like, I feel like you're looking at the way you're showing up for your life, and you're kind of like requiring a little bit more from yourself. You're leveling up a little bit. I also feel like in work, you know, you're realizing like there's areas that you need to transform things, maybe with your routine too, since that Virgo energy did come up for you, Leo. I also feel like there's a piece here about you're also looking at your like your social circle, the people you spend time with, the types of relationships you have, the activities you engage in, the kind of conversations you're having, the depth of the conversations you're having. There's something here you're really wanting to shift up, you know? You're wanting a transformation. I feel like you're doing a lot of deep work within yourself. I think you're kind of looking back over your past rap record. I don't know why it's coming through like that, but maybe ways that you've kind of beat yourself up, or perhaps others have laid a guilt trip on you for things that you've done in the past. And you're looking at all this stuff, you're integrating it. I do feel like you got some allies that are showing up on your path. These are people who are loyal to you. They're people who are here, you know, in your time of need, and they're lifting you up. You do have people you can count on. And I think that's about to be revealed to you where you feel like maybe that's lacking. You're going to see this turn around. Okay, there's something here that is coming to your aid to help you get out of a situation where you really feel like you are being blocked or in some way restricted or held back. Okay, I feel like you have a lot of frustration around this. I do see that moving, that's changing. Okay, you're going to be moving forward quite rapidly here with the Eight of Wands. This card for me always really comes through as a timing card. I don't know what it is, but it's just very indicative to me. I feel like whenever the Eight of Wands is on the scene, we know that within, you know, 2 months' time, you're going to see a lot shifting in your life. And it was 7:17 on the clock when I said that. So I do feel like there's something that is getting synced up right now. Synchronicity is lining up. A date with destiny is what I just heard. All right. This is something that is sort of like a reclaiming. All right. It's a reclaiming from something that oppressed you in the past. And there's a different vantage point you're getting over it. A bird's eye view. Interesting. You know, where maybe first, you know, you felt like you looked up to something. Now it's the other way. Oh, maybe somebody's seeing you in a new light, in a way they didn't see you before. Maybe they were highly critical of you before. That's interesting. There's something about this exchange and what comes in here for you, how your life opens up in the next couple of months, that really makes you a believer. If you'd kind of like lost faith, if you felt like, you know, just sort of like nihilistic in your viewpoint, there's something that's going to make you more passionate. Like you might really like start to think like, maybe there is a little something of a mysterious magical force working through life. All right. I think something's being orchestrated right now. There are blocks that are being removed. You do have a need for these blockages to be removed. Yes, there's some ending you're going through here. Scorpio energy. All right, you're just about there. Okay, a little bit more time, 2 months is what I got. There's going to be a huge change in your life within the next 2 months. And after this comes to a close, there's a renewal of something perhaps quite unexpected to you. It could be in relation to a Virgo. All right. I also see this as if you have been feeling ill, if you've been dealing with some kind of health challenge. I think that you've had a lot of support from your friends and your loved ones. They're really showing up for you and helping you get through this. And if you follow this new, I feel like you got some kind of new course of treatment that you've recently touched upon. If you go in this direction, for some of you, it's going somewhere, it's actually traveling somewhere to work with a particular specialist that deals with this condition. It will be very successful for you. And in fact, it will rejuvenate the health. I do feel like there's a strong indication of recovery if you head in this direction. This is totally coming in as a side note for somebody. I understand this, but it's wanting to come in, so I'm going to speak to it. This could even be like wanting to pursue specific course of treatment, but maybe lacking the funds to do so. I feel like perhaps your friends are going to organize something, your loved ones are going to organize something to make this possible. It will be the solution to the issue, all right? For most of you, though, this is a case where your life is really transforming. You're releasing a lot. You're leveling up. You're recognizing that you want to grow. You don't want to stay stuck on this same like plateau of experience. And in fact, I feel like there's something about your spirit that likes to be tested with a little resilience. Like you need a challenge. You really thrive under a challenge. It gives you an opportunity to rise. And I think you are pretty much at peace with this aspect of yourself. But there has been some real supreme blockages recently, I feel, that's really mounted your frustration. You're tired of feeling challenged. This could make you a little bit reckless, okay? So just pay attention to timing. When Eight of Wands comes out, it's also a key to like pay attention to timing, Leo, okay? Everything's syncing up in just the right time. And I feel like it's going to roll out. You don't have to charge towards it. It's like these blockages are being removed. And as the blockages are being removed, you're getting recognized and you're getting an assist so you can move forward. All right, let's see what's coming in here. What's moving forward for Leo so they know what to be on the lookout for? What is on the move for Leo? What area is being affected by this? Now, a tangible new beginning with the Ace of Pentacles, right? This is what's been blocked up till now. It's a blessing that's coming your way. It's also lifting something from you that you feel has been somewhat of a curse, okay? You may have felt like that. You may have felt like, am I cursed? Like, why is it that, you know, what I'm wanting to see grow in my life is just like blocked every time? You may have even suspected maybe that somebody was throwing some stuff your way, I have to say. But this is protection. And where you did have heavy energies clinging to you, and where you did feel like some of you may have felt like you were dealing with a spiritual problem. If you felt like you had this kind of heavy, you know, malevolent energy around you, this thwarting energy around you, this is being driven away right now. You will have your new beginning and it actually will be quite prosperous. Okay. There's a lot that is going to come to bloom in your life. And there's definitely protection here, okay? You just need to wait for the timing to move forward. It's not something you can force. You know, the rose blooms in its own time. You can't force it. You can't force it to rush its natural process. What's at the basis of this? Oh, a matter of the heart with the King of Cups. You could be dealing with the water sign energy too. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. You could be born on the Cancer, Leo cusp. Restitution discovers stolen objects and the person responsible. So maybe you feel like, you know, someone interfered with a love relationship. Maybe you feel like somebody came in between you and the person that you love, or perhaps an opportunity that was just really close to your heart. You know what I'm saying? Like you had your heart set on this. And if we look at it through the lens of Virgo, okay, this could have been something you had your heart set on in terms of your work, like a work opportunity, some kind of advancement, some kind of coveted position, something like this. You may have seen it go to another person. This is interesting the way this is coming through. You may have seen that opportunity go to another person, but they fumble it. They fumble it, and in their fumbling it, you're recognized. And it's like reclaiming a lost opportunity. That's how it's coming through. I think it feels like a little bit of just desserts and sweet reward when this rolls out, okay? Because whoever got the opportunity over you in the past, you feel like they were a thorn in your side. I got that, you know? Maybe even they gloated about it, or in some way you felt disrespected because they got this opportunity. They may have even held it over your head in some way, but I feel like the tables are turning in this situation. And you do have a tangible new beginning here, but it's up to you whether you want to take the opportunity or not. I do have the sense there may be some mixed emotions around this because, like I said, Virgo was cutting in front as well and kept trying to, get their foot in the door first in your read. So there could be some kind of aspect in relation to this that also has you held up at the crossroads. So tell me more about this Ace of Pentacles. What does this have to do with for um, Leo? Give me some more details about this. I almost went to say Virgo again. I'm telling you. You either got a real solid Virgo cross watcher or you got a super strong Virgo placement and your Virgo placement is overriding your sense of being a true Leo. I mean, Leo is the house of pleasure and liveliness and being in the spotlight, having fun, taking it easy. Maybe that's also a sign to you that you need to take it a bit more easy. Maybe you've kind of gotten a little bit thrown out of your usual nature because you're so focused on perhaps your financial security right now or work or something that's really got you distracted on that level. And this is sort of saying you need to blow off some steam too. I got that. Oh yeah, it's the 5 of Wands here. Yeah, and you might have been in a bit too much of a competitive mindset as well. And this could have been just sort of draining your, usual playful spirit. So this is about you bringing forward a little bit more of your playful side too, all right? I feel like you need to have some witty banter. You know what I'm saying? Just bring a little bit of your natural fire forward that people find so alluring. There's been too much kind of getting caught up in a combative situation or maybe, in some cases a pissing contest, like people trying to prove their point or one-upmanship, this kind of deal. I mean, I do feel like you've been dealing with a little bit of sort of a conflict situation where somebody's been trying to cut in front of you, take your spot or, otherwise put some kind of blockages in your path. But I feel like, you're going to rise above that. There's also this part that your actions are what speaks the loudest truth. So I think this is sort of one of those things where you were unfairly held back or where somebody cut in front of you in line and swiped something that should have already been lined up for you. I feel this is turning around, and it's because that individual really fumbled it, man. They fumbled it, and it's sort of like proving your point of why it should have been your opportunity to begin with. That's what I'm getting here. All right, so this will be interesting to see how this pans out for you, but it does look good, and it does create some movement forward. And whatever opportunity is coming in here, it might also open up an opportunity for you to have some movement facilitated in your life. So for some of you, you could be getting a new car, okay? You're going to get that sports car you always wanted. You've always wanted like a muscle car. I'm seeing a muscle car, man. Yeah. Yep, I'm seeing a muscle car. Yeah, some of you are going to get a car, all right? Some of you are going to get a car. Some of you are going to become a mechanic. You've been interested in this. I got something here about there's some chick out here who's going to receive this read who actually wants to get into being a mechanic. If you went down that road, I see it being very profitable for you. I really do. You may even hook up with the love of your life on the job. If you get into that field, that's an interesting message coming in. But yeah, if you're thinking about investing in education in that regard, I highly recommend you do. In fact, you may even find somebody to mentor you in this regard. Could be a love interest, all right? There's a little bit of case piece of information there to kind of like intrigue you. But I do feel like there's a real moving forward here. It looks really good. Okay, it looks really good. Some of you will be actually making a physical move. You want to relocate, all right? And this is going to be facilitated. It's like 2 months from now, all right? This is really what I'm seeing. So summertime, your life really starts to shift. That's where all your new beginnings take root. But there's something here about maybe you need to really get your routine in order. You need to kind of like tend to practicalities so you can really invest the energy you need to in this new beginning in order for it to come to this fruition. I can see that too, right? A lot of messages, a lot of communication, though. Look for this to start to open up around this. Cut of the deck. What do we got here? We got the world, all right? So, yeah, some of you may be traveling too, you know? You may have some kind of opportunity abroad as well. You know, you might start to do work abroad where you're kind of like traveling and doing your work. I see some kind of real success opening up on this level. It requires you to have a little bit more of an innovative approach, though, if you do something in relation to like if you want to do some kind of travel work, there's something that you need to bring to it that's a little bit more innovation. You've been a little too fixed in your approach. All right, there's something you need to switch up here in how you're approaching that work. If you do, I do feel like it's going to get a lot of attention. All right, something will really take off there. As some of you do work like for like a travel channel or something like that, you know, you might have a YouTube travel channel. I feel like there's something different. You're switching up in your approach to what you're creating. It's going to get a lot of attention. I see something going viral, all right? Not Pentacles. It's going to just take a little time, all right? And investment, but it will come to fruition. Just give it a couple months, all right? Really cool energy coming in there for you. Interesting read. But yeah, this Virgo piece, I find that very intriguing. So those of you that know how that hits, I'd love to hear about it in the comments. Because I'm like, who is this Virgo? Either way, they fumbled big time. So looks like you get to kind of have your comeback moment. I think it's going to feel pretty good to you.